What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And it's that time of year again. Yes, as we near the end of January, Samsung are holding their Unpacked event. Now, you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, and I stand by every single word of it. This is the biggest scam of the year, and it's only just begun. Let's go. Now, before we get into the depth of what I'm trying to convey to you about Samsung, we need a bit of context, and I need to rebuttal the comments which I can already see coming from the dreaded Samsung Knights. Apple do not count in this conversation. Apple use iOS and are a completely different company on a completely different level. So don't say Apple do the same thing, because they just don't. That's number one. Number two, the reason I'm singling out Samsung is because they use Android. They use Snapdragon. They are meant to be a flagship brand from outside the UK and Europe. If you watch my channel regularly, you will know I review every single flagship from the Asian market, Chinese, Japanese, South Korean, wherever they come from, I'll review them. So I am the best placed person, in my opinion, to give an unbiased review of the phones. So that's point number two. And then the third point is, I ain't paid by any manufacturer. I do not suck on the tit that is Samsung, unlike other well-known YouTubers that can't remove their cocks from the arseholes of Samsung, Apple and Google. Sorry to get graphic, this is going to include a lot of profanity, most likely, because it boils my blood. If you are not up for some sweary words, that's okay. I'll be back with normal televised content probably tomorrow. It was nice seeing you. See you tomorrow. Now, the Samsung Unpacked 2025 event is taking place today in a matter of hours from when you watch this video. And a lot of people, well, I'll retract that. Some people are excited. Yes, Samsung's market share has crashed harder than Princess Diana in a Parisian tunnel. However, for those few people that are still excited about Samsung, I ponder one question to you while I'm talking. Have a think. Why the fuck are you excited about anything Samsung do just now inside of the European, US and UK market? Because they don't care about you. The SE foldable phone they just released in South Korea proves that. But anyway, have a think why you're excited. I'm going to take some guesses. You're excited because the new version means better cameras, bigger battery, better software, more AI, which is all they keep talking about in their bump to the media and every advert. It's all about AI. And that should be your first red flag, because I'm going to tell you categorically, having not seen the future, but I'm predicting it. The S25 lineup of phones will be the same hardware-wise as the S24 series of phones. The cameras are not changing, maybe slightly on the Ultra version. Someone in the members group was saying that there's a new camera sensor they're using, which is still poorer than every single Chinese flagship camera setup out there. Yes, the quad setup on the Samsung doesn't come close to the quad setup on my Oppo X8 Pro. And I would choose the Vivo X200 Pro or X100 Ultra camera setup over the quad system on the Samsung. The sensors and hardware are just not good enough. And please, context. The price of the S25 Ultra will start at £1,249 or dollars. So already your base 256GB model is £400 more expensive than equivalent Chinese flagships with half a terabyte of storage. Hence why I'm passionate, and this just kind of gets my back up. The other changes in hardware are zero. The display is the same. You're still getting the S Pen built inside the S25 Ultra. The design is more curved on the edges, apparently, which is odd because at CES I held a full dummy unit of the S25 Ultra, and in fact cases have been made by a lot of manufacturers which have much more squared off edges like on the S24 Ultra, so I'm intrigued to see what actually happens in a few hours when they show the phone. And the display will be the same very, very good, class-leading in fact display. Some of the specs on the Samsung are not debatable. The display is absolutely up there. And then when we talk about the software, it's absolutely up there as one of the best. But the focus for the S25 Ultra is all about AI. Folks, all of the features that come to the S25 Ultra will bleed to the S24 Ultra. So the reason for this passion, the reason for the thumbnail and the title is because if you have the S24 Ultra, now more than ever, please, please, for the love of all that is holy, keep it. Don't upgrade. Don't be lured in by the amazing trading deals they give. The S25 Ultra will not be a success story. I've mentioned already, Samsung sales globally have crashed. The S25 Ultra will not save that. Now, in terms of the S25 and S25 Plus, copy and paste what I just said between that and the S24 series. Same phones, more AI, which will come to those eventually. And then I want to touch on the rumoured S25 Slim. The S25 Slim is not an S25 Ultra and a thinner body. It is an S25 with a slimmer body. So specs wise, it's not an Ultra. It also will not have a 5000 milliamp hour battery. In fact, it's looking like 4700 milliamp hours. And going back to the S25 Ultra, rumours are it might be a 5400 milliamp hour battery. Well, that's fine, but on all the Chinese flagships from Vivo and Oppo and Xiaomi, we're getting 57, 58, even 6000 milliamp hours. So Samsung, as always, are leaving customers far behind, yet charging more money because they know they have a strong fan base. Samsung Knights, as much as I give them some stick every now and then, are the most loyal fans out there. Well, very close to the Apple fanboy sheepshaggers, but still, they are very loyal. And sometimes, like in the occasion of today, to a fault. I want you to do a little homework. At 6 p.m. or whenever the keynote is, 5 p.m, I want you to log on to Samsung's YouTube account and look at the comments. It is going to be filled with love hearts and, oh wow, so exciting. Bollocks. Bollocks to it all. And again, I said at the start, Apple are different because they use iOS. And that's exactly what I want to talk about here. This is an Android-based phone using inferior hardware on a lot of the components to Vivo, Xiaomi and Oppo. So how, in the blue blazes of hell, can they get away with charging a 20 to 30% premium for this? Well, the answer lies with you, Samsung Knights. You keep clicking that buy button. So, a call from heaven, a shout out from hell, a message from me. Can we all stop clicking the buy button on Samsungs for a full calendar year so that they eventually wake up and realise that they have to actually make good phones? They have to give us flagship hardware. They have to lower the price. Because until people stop pressing the buy in more numbers than I've already stopped, as I say, sales are down, they're just going to keep doing it. And until people start revolting about the foldable lineups, and I'll probably make another video when it comes to the Z Fold 7, because so many people are telling me that the Z Fold 7 is the Z Fold SE, which is just released. You're so wrong, it's unreal. They're just going to keep churning out the same shite. And no, I use the term shite as a bit of extravagance. I'm exaggerating slightly, but it is not as good hardware-wise as majority of flagship Chinese phones out there. I would also actually say hardware-wise, the iPhone has overtaken the Samsung. So, I tried to prevent some of the comments, but I know that I'm going to get bashed in the chat. People will come up with their reasons why they think I'm saying this. But for those that think it's because you don't stock Samsung, no. You could not be further from the truth. The Average Dad Tech Store in just a week or so will have the Samsung S25 lineup, the Standard, the Plus and the Ultra, for cheaper than Samsung UK. But I'm telling you, do not click the buy button through the Average Dad Tech Store or the Samsung store, because it's just not worth it. Get a good deal on the S24 Ultra, pre-owned, refurbished, or a new sealed one that will invariably be cheaper because the S25 has just been released. So, scam might seem too strong a word, but I believe what Samsung are doing is a scam. And I just want to touch on Google here. Google are the opposite when you look at what they've done this year. Google could have rested on their laurels like Samsung and just made the 7 Pro the same as the 8 Pro, then the 9 Pro the same as the 8 Pro. But they didn't. Google revamped everything about their phones, from design to build quality to hardware and even software elements. On the Fold versions, the Pro version, a new XL version, Google were given my manufacturer or most improved manufacturer of the year for a reason. Samsung, they're just lazy. How can't you see this? So, here we go. There's my rant on a Wednesday. You can choose to agree with me or not agree with me, but the beauty of it being, it's my opinions and you're entitled to yours. One thing I will not say though is that I'm right. If you are excited for the Samsung event, then that is okay. You are allowed to be. If you want to buy the S25 Ultra, obviously go ahead and do it. I'm just a mere mortal trying to give my opinion and push it on you. But don't take it, stand up for what you believe is right. Just do your research and look at the cold hard facts. So, there we have it. I apologise for the bad words. I do not apologise for telling my opinion. But I will be back soon with a normal televised Average Dad video in the next couple of days. And if for some reason you've enjoyed this kind of brutally honest Samsung bashing content, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. The goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers by Christmas. So we have 12 months to get there. And if we do get there, I will be doing a giveaway video for 5 people to win a phone of their choice from the Average Dad Tech Store. Until next time.